Bigbossjock, day 140 of the protest. Day the next episode. Yesterday I do know it was 87. Today it's 88. 88 episodes of the program. The Bigbossjock radio show, broadcasting live on the My 750. Me, the Bigbossjock, broadcasting live. The show broadcasted live daily, Monday through Friday, out here in front of the F.B.I. field office, Redding, California. The Mighty 750, 750 kilohertz AM. So yo, el gran jefe, al intro a mí, nuestro único Dios, nuestro Señor. Es que me ayuda a hacer esa rima y yo digo gracias a nuestro único Dios por acompañarme, a ayudarme a hacer esa rima. Radio Rebelde, emitiendo vivo y directo la frecuencia 750, emitiendo la emisora La Poderosa 750. Soy yo, el gran jefe, siguiendo con día 140. Wow, 140 días de protesta sin avancamiento notable. La temperatura llegando a 116 grados Fahrenheit hoy día. En Celsius no estoy seguro. Por 48, 9 por ahí. 47. Quizás 6. 46. What is there to talk about today? Oh, there was one I was going to explain from yesterday. Yeah, I remember I left it open. It was just out there. And when I came back today, I was going to cover that one. Well, it's still out there, handy. Someday. Maybe today, if I remember. Wow, there's a hot breeze blowing. It actually kind of feels alright. If you wanna be there, be able to go 5 hours, 9, 10, just to do this. Another day, doing the same. No medical, no dental, no money. Don't receive any pay. I am trying to escape. You never know, I might come up with a radio. If I do, then people will take note. Oh yeah, they will. Watch how it improves the show. Out here on the corner in front of the F.B.I. field office. The rhyme. Don't forget, Friday, there's a flight, Bigbossjock Airlines. Tickets do sell out often. Not every week, but almost. We're gaining in popularity. Word's catching on. Bigbossjock Airlines. That's the one to fly on. Get aboard. And it's anything but boring. Nave soars across the sky, reaching your destinations, flying at the just right altitude, feeling fine, having a good attitude, something to do the whole while during the flight, good food, a reefer bar too. Also, that is, we have down home cooking. I don't know, heat it up in the cabinet. I don't know, can we have some? Yeah, well, I have an oven. We haven't had one burn up in the sky yet. Sit down at the bar. Yeah, there's a grill. Oh, that's quite a thrill. Tickets would be quite expensive, I think. It's a non-profit. So no, it's yeah, that along with for the people that are good patrons, show thanks for their patronage. And they get a fly on the Bigbossjock Airlines special. Friday, 3 o'clock. Might be 10 to 3. Right in there. We'll be taxiing hopefully by 3. We'll be already away from the boarding gate. So be sure to have your boarding passes in hand. Be there a half hour early. Closes the door, we're already ready to soar. But we need to taxi, be on the ground some more until we get given the green light. Able to take flight. Yeah, it's difficult, hot. I'm 47 years old. Well, not so much for that. Health reasons. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good though, I have to say. I'll probably go for another 17 until I retire. And notice I'm slowing down on the pool. I'll take more time at the end. No, it depends on the morning. Some mornings I'm like that. Oh, everything's effort. Thinking about that day. I need to put the axle under the 60 forward. Have that on my mind. I want to do it together. I need to take the spline axles out of the housing on each side. Do that. I need to take a wheel off, put the truck up on jack stands, blocks of wood, because the whole front end's going to come out. One of them's in the back, so I'll take that one out first with the engine puller and put it on the ground. I already have that part figured out. Otherwise I'll be stuck with the truck headed in the opposite direction. Have to move the engine puller to the back of the truck and pull it out and somehow move, well I can on the floor jack, move the differential around. The front differential, the axle. Take those wheels off, and now there's some hubs. I need to take those off. They come right off. And inside is the brakes. There's a backing plate. That backing plate is held on with 6 bolts, I believe. And they're either froze up or they're going to come out. If they're froze up, I'm going to heat them up with a blowtorch until they turn red. And then I'm going to put wax on them. But none of the threads are showing, but maybe it'll suck in there. That's what they do, it absorbs the wax. I don't want to say suck because it really doesn't suck, it absorbs. And if there's Loctite, which is a name brand, keeps the threads locked, it burns it out and the wax replaces the Loctite and the bolt comes right out. Learned that one at class. Works quite well. Thing is, heating it up, there's seals inside that housing, and I didn't really want to replace all the bearings and everything. So I don't want to heat it up too much. Just do one, cool it down, do the next one, cool it down. Not just one after another until I get them all. Because then that end's going to be really hot. That's my game plan. So once I do that, and get that bagging plate off there, I believe it's quite easy. There's just a keeper. We did it in class. That's another class. One was engine rebuilding, the other was differentials. Head teachers. Matheson was engines and Ross was differentials. I had the chance to pull the axles out. So I don't think it's that complicated. No, from what I remember. It'll take me a couple hours. I mean, for both sides, everything. Depending on those bolts. Well, right now I got $700 worth of tires that are at such an angle, they're gonna go. They're already messed up from John driving it that way. Taking a brand new set of tires and having the alignment out so much that it used up the tires quite fast. Just more on one side. I would have done the same with a different axle. But that would be a hassle putting in the axle. Thing is, point being, if I continue to drive it this way, I won't have any tires and I don't have $700 to buy new tires. That would leave me with a couple options. One, looking on the list, which appears on the screen, find some used ones, maybe at 100, 150 bucks a piece, that's still 300. And they would work for a little while. But before I do that, why not fix the axle, face the unknown. See, I'm taking something that works, it works wrong. I'm going to dive in. What if I break something? It's an older truck, it's an older axle. Well, I'm going to have to fix it, go all the way. What can I break? A ball? Okay, go have it soniced out. Yeah, that would be the worst, I guess. Reason why? I shouldn't be changing this axle out. Gamma ray moment. Bought the axle from the CIA. And it was part of to make me frustrated. Pine Ridge Ranch, Lakota Sioux, that group. You Lakota Sioux, your tribe, you've been involved in quite a lot of abuse dealt out to me, one after another. And this is one more. He ran a wrecking yard up by Lakehead. Injected heroin quite frequently. Every time he abused me, he'd get more heroin, and so did my handler. We know what his name is. His name's John. I had no idea he ever did heroin. I went to go look at it. I knew he had a 4-wheel drive. The idea to go look at it is John's, but I don't know this. That's when the gamma ray's on. So the other part of me, well, oh yeah, I remember there was a truck and it had a 4-wheel drive chassis under it. There's a 4-wheel drive. It's got the axle. Let's go check it out. So, imagine that. The man's name's Randy. He has a disguise on. I've known him most of my life. He told me this axle's bent. You're gonna buy it though. Sat in the truck. He sexually abused me. injected heroin into me, gave John his heroin, and he injected heroin also. Told me that I messed up, that I shouldn't have bought the axle from him. Now that I did, well, I could look forward to buying another one someday, and he'd be delivering it shortly. Ha 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 ha. So he did. I paid the $200 for the axles. Had no idea any of this happened, other than I went there and bought the axles, brought them to the house. This is the way the gamma ray works and how powerful the psychiatry which was used, kept me locked, the abuse. He brought the axles. I put them in the truck. He told me it's bent. I tried to take the backing plates off. When you try to get those off, they're going to snap. That's why I wasn't able to sell that. And the axle's bent. So when you go to get yourself a new one, you're probably not going to get those backing plates off. Good luck. And the rear differential, he had in his hand, and he said, and that was it's called the third member, the drive gear, the worm gear. Now the rear end, that meshed perfectly. He put one end that was grooved on every gear, so that when it's in there, it'll chew up the gears eventually. And to find the right one, they're quite expensive. To buy a new one's about $1,000. To find a used one, you need to find the one with the same amount of splines. Well, that's not real easy. What, go open up 5 of them and count and take the best one? Yeah, back 30 years ago it would have been possible, but the way the wrecking yards are now, not exactly too easy. It needs to have the same amount of gears, the splines, to be in sync, the front with the back. Otherwise the tires begin to lock up. You go far enough and it'll pop, it'll jump. Well, that's why today I have a bent axle on my truck. I'm not such a chump. They were able to torture me and get me to make bad decision, time after time after time. This is Bigbossjock, and that's the CIA, DIA of the Yankee United States. It's a very frustrating life. Every move I make, them right there to already made their move and counter maneuver. They have much more money. I have almost none. They pull in over $1 trillion every year. That's at their access. I mean, they got other funds also. They get all the equipment, all the perks, access to everything, to do anything they deem necessary with me. Why is it they get it deemed necessary? Who gave them such authority? All under the guise of U.S. national security. A nation whose security depends on raping, pedophilia, torture, murder, often, regular basis. That's not a nation worth securing. That's a nation in the need of destroying. That entity needs to go. U.S. national security, time for that not to be used as an excuse. Transparency. Control back to the people. Demand so. Rebels, Reds, you know why you have that right that soon will be taken away unless you get out there and exercise. What are you going to do? Wait until the 6 corporations instruct you to go out and exercise that right? If that's what you're waiting for, it isn't going to happen. Before that ever arrives, that day that you're all awaiting, when the mainstream tells you go, get what you need and go and take care of the job. Exercise your rights. They're not going to. They're going to tell you where to begin standing in line to turn yours in. And that's your rights. Get your ID next to your right eye or on the back of the hand. Gonna get it scanned. You people are ignorant. They're going for that plan. Saw the first corporation here recently that's going to tag all their, and that's what it's called. You're tagged. You're up on the map. You people, I'm a stemoceiver. You choose to have yours. It's in your hand. When I get back, we're going to talk a bit about how do act the youth of Yankee America. What's their social behavior, their patterns, their likes, dislikes? We'll talk about that in a moment. More than that, the way in which they behave, interact. And you can see where I'm going to go. But we'll mention about that in the next episode. No, next segment, it's all the same episode. This is 140th day of the protest. Episode 88 of the radio show. Bigbossjock, I want only God, Father in heaven, right here inside. He's who helps me do this rhyme, and I do say to our Father in heaven, Allah, thank you. Bigbossjock, El Gran Jefe, Firmando Fuera, signing off.